In the early hours of dawn, as the sun began its ascent over a sleepy suburban neighborhood, a woman awakened in unfamiliar surroundings. The room was dimly lit, the curtains slightly drawn, and the smell of brewing coffee wafted in from a distant kitchen. But this woman, our protagonist in this perplexing tale, remembered nothing. Neither her name nor how she came to find herself under this roof, surrounded by walls that were both foreign and unsettling. Imagine waking up in a stranger's home with no recollection of recent events. The mind, usually so quick to reference the past, suddenly silent. Panic prickles at the edges, an invisible shroud of anxiety threatening to suffocate. Our subject, let us call her Jane for the sake of this narrative, sat upright, her senses working overtime to piece together a puzzle that had yet to reveal even one corner. Jane's confusion was palpable. Her thoughts raced as she scanned the room. Photographs lined the walls, depicting a family enjoying moments that were undoubtedly significant. Birthdays, vacations, seemingly simple accomplishments immortalized in frames. Yet scanning these faces brought no clarity. Her heart pounded with questions as she wondered which life, which story she had inadvertently stepped into. As if summoned by her bewildered thoughts, a stranger appeared in the doorway. It was a man, his face chiseled with concern and curiosity. Their eyes met, but to Jane, this was just another unidentified piece in her overwhelming puzzle. He introduced himself as Michael. His words were gentle yet measured, as though he had guessed the storm brewing in Jane's mind. "Do you remember anything about last night?" he inquired softly. Jane shook her head, the weight of unknowing pressing down like a heavy rain cloud. Michael explained that he had found her stumbled and incoherent on the street the previous night. In an act of kindness all too rare, he had brought her into his home, ensuring her safety until morning. Michael's demeanor was sincere, and there was nothing but kindness behind his eyes. But still, Jane's trepidation lingered. Who was she really, beneath this veil of obscurity? The answer seemed locked away, buried deep within her subconscious, waiting for a key she did not possess. As the minutes ticked by, Michael proposed a practical solution. The local police station could assist, perhaps uncovering the details that eluded her. The suggestion was logical, and with a reluctant nod, Jane agreed. Together, they ventured beyond the confines of the unfamiliar house. An unwitting alliance formed in the pursuit of answers. At the station, detectives listened with compassionate interest. Their eyes spoke of experience with such disconcerting phenomena. Amnesia, particularly after trauma or stress, they explained, could be unpredictable. The mind sometimes chooses to protect itself by obscuring painful or distressing memories. An ironic twist of evolution that can both shield and isolate. The investigation, meanwhile, began to unfurl its threads. While Jane provided no recollection, the digital world held its memory intact. Fingerprints, they optimistically suggested, could help. The process wasn't quick, but it promised a path to the truth, albeit one that required patience. As the day wore on, slivers of Jane's memory began to return. Not in a flood, but gently, like a tide lapping the shore. A face here, a name there, fleeting yet distinct, granting her glimpses into a life once known but currently estranged. It became evident that her identity was not entirely lost, merely displaced, a temporary casualty of the night's mysterious events. Each fragment of memory restored a piece of her puzzle, reconstructing the portrait of her identity, like brushstrokes on a canvas, slowly giving rise to a clearer picture. With time, the stranger's home where she'd awakened faded in its eeriness. It became a story she retold with gratitude for the kindness of strangers. A lesson learned when she was adrift in the ocean of uncertainty. The conclusion to Jane's story is not one of miraculous clarity, but of gradual rediscovery. A journey where each step is guided by the warmth of both strangers and friends who aid her along the way. In this narrative, we are reminded of the resilience of the human spirit and its unyielding quest for identity and belonging. So, when life's unpredictable events baffle and confuse, remember Jane's tale. A story that began in the depths of amnesia unfolded into one of growth and understanding. With each challenge faced and each truth revealed, we see a testament to humanity's enduring strength and its capacity for connection. Let this story be a beacon, illuminating paths in the trials of our own lives, urging us to embrace the unknown with courage, dignity, and hope.